Marcus Thornton arrived at the small cafe 5 minutes early, adjusting his navy suit jacket as rain drummed against the window. At 35, he had built a successful investment firm from nothing, but success had cost him something precious: human connection. His assistant had arranged this blind date after weeks of pestering. "You need to meet someone," she had insisted. "Someone who sees you, not just your bank account." Marcus checked his phone one last time before the woman was supposed to arrive. He had been told to expect someone named Olivia, a professional who shared his interests. He imagined someone polished, sophisticated, perhaps from his own world of business lunches and charity galas. When the cafe door opened, Marcus looked up expectantly. A young woman entered, her long dark hair damp from the rain. She wore a simple gray dress and carried a toddler on her hip, a little girl with blonde curls and wide, curious eyes. The woman looked flustered, apologetic, and nothing like what Marcus had expected. She approached his table hesitantly. "Marcus Thornton?" He stood confused. "Yes, that is me." "I am so sorry," she said quickly, adjusting the child in her arms. "I know this is not what you expected. My babysitter canceled at the last minute, and I could not reach anyone to watch Lily. I should have called to reschedule, but I was already running late, and I just thought maybe we could still talk for a few minutes. I understand completely if you want to leave." Marcus stared at her, processing this turn of events. This was Olivia, a single mother who brought her toddler to a blind date. "Please sit down," he heard himself say, surprising even himself. Olivia sat carefully, settling Lily on her lap. The little girl gazed at Marcus with solemn blue eyes, then reached for the small potted plant on the table. "No, sweetie, that stays there," Olivia redirected gently, producing a small stuffed rabbit from her bag. "How old is she?" Marcus asked, unsure what else to say. 18 months, Olivia replied, smoothing down Lily's dress. "She is my whole world. Her father left when I was 4 months pregnant. I have been on my own since then." There was no bitterness in her voice, just simple honesty. Marcus found himself intrigued despite the awkwardness of the situation. "What do you do for work?" he asked. "I clean offices at night," Olivia said, meeting his eyes directly. "I know that probably sounds unglamorous to someone like you. My friend who set this up may have exaggerated my circumstances a bit. I think she wanted to give me a chance at something nice, even if it was just one evening." Marcus felt something shift in his chest. "Your friend cares about you." "She does." Olivia smiled softly. "But I should be honest with you, Marcus. I cannot offer you the kind of life you are probably used to. I live in a studio apartment. I buy Lily's clothes at thrift stores. I have not been to a restaurant that was not fast food in over a year. I only came today because my friend convinced me that maybe, just maybe, there was still room in my life for hope." Lily reached toward Marcus, her tiny hand opening and closing. Without thinking, he extended his finger, and she wrapped her small fist around it, holding on with surprising strength. Something cracked open inside Marcus in that moment. "Tell me about Lily," he said quietly. "What does she love?" Olivia's face transformed. "Oh, she loves everything. She loves puddles and birds and the sound of my voice when I sing her to sleep. She laughs at the silliest things. Yesterday, she found a cardboard box and played with it for an hour, happier than she would have been with any expensive toy." As Olivia talked, Marcus watched her face come alive. He saw intelligence there and resilience, and a kind of richness that had nothing to do with money. This woman had faced hardship and chosen love. She had been abandoned and chosen hope. "Can I tell you something?" Marcus said after the waitress brought their coffee. "I thought I wanted to meet someone impressive today. Someone who would look good at company events and understand my world." Olivia's face fell slightly, and she started to gather her things. "But I was wrong. Marcus continued, his voice catching. Because sitting here with you and Lily, I have felt more human in the past 15 minutes than I have in the past 5 years. You have something I have been searching for, without even knowing it. What is that? Olivia whispered. Authenticity, Marcus replied. Purpose. A reason to care about something beyond the next business deal or investment portfolio. You have stolen something from me today, Olivia. Her eyes widened in alarm. You have stolen my assumptions about what matters, Marcus finished gently, and I am grateful for it. Lily chose that moment to offer Marcus her stuffed rabbit, holding out with both hands. She likes you, Olivia said softly. She does not usually warm up to strangers. Marcus accepted the rabbit carefully, as if it were made of crystal. I am honored. They talked for another hour. Olivia told him about her dreams of going back to school, of giving Lily a better life. Marcus found himself sharing things he had never told anyone. His loneliness, his fear that success had cost him the ability to connect genuinely with others. When it was time to leave, Marcus walked into Olivia's old car, holding an umbrella over them against the rain. Can I see you again? He asked. And before you answer, I want you to know something. I do not care about fancy restaurants or impressive credentials. I care about spending time with someone real. Someone who reminds me why any of this matters. Olivia looked up at him, rain misting her face. I come with complications, Marcus. I have a child. I have responsibilities. I cannot just drop everything for spontaneous dates. I know, Marcus said, and that is exactly what I need. Someone who understands that the best things in life require commitment and showing up, even when it is difficult. Olivia smiled, tears mixing with rain on her cheeks. Then yes, I would like to see you again. As he drove home that evening, Marcus thought about the path that had led him to that cafe. He had expected one thing and received something entirely different, something infinitely more valuable. Sometimes the greatest gifts come disguised as interruptions to our plans. Sometimes what we think we want blinds us to what we actually need. And sometimes a young mother with nothing but love and courage can teach a successful man what true wealth really means. Marcus had entered that cafe looking for someone to fill the empty spaces in his life. Instead, he had found someone who showed him that those spaces had been empty because he had been filling them with the wrong things. He looked forward to learning what else Olivia and little Lily could teach him about what really mattered. The next morning, Marcus called his assistant. Clear my Thursday evenings, he said. For what? She asked, surprised. For the rest of my life, Marcus replied, smiling as he remembered a tiny hand wrapped around his finger and a woman who had chosen hope when life gave her every reason to choose bitterness. That was the beginning of something neither than a plan, but both desperately needed. A connection built not on what they could offer each other in material terms, but on who they could become together, one rainy evening at a time.